What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to be an unboxing. If you watch any of my earlier videos, some of them were done with a GoPro Hero 5 Black. I bought that hoping to be able to use it both as a camera as well as for video, as well as taking still pictures. Wasn't very happy with the quality of the still pictures as a camera. It was horrible in low light. I know action cameras aren't built for dark video, so shame on me for not checking into that before buying it. But needless to say, I think at the time I paid $3.99 for that price. I ended up taking it back and got the Canon SX730 that this video is actually being shot with. It does much better in low light, and it takes a lot better still pictures. But ever since then, I've been looking for a cheap GoPro alternative so that I can get some footage from outside the car and more of the action cam type of video footage. The Canon camera is a little heavy, so you're not going to be able to put it on mounts like on a car and expect it to stay there. So needless to say, I've been on the hunt for something affordable. GoPro as a name, they are kind of the de facto pinnacle of that genre of type of camera, but I didn't want to spend that kind of money again for something that is not going to be used all that frequently. So I've been looking around on Amazon, and there's all kinds of GoPro knockoffs and stuff like that. So I came across this one. It's the Apeman, I don't know why the hell they call it their company, Apeman A80 action camera. Says it's a 4K camera. I don't know how much of this you'll be able to see. But it films in 4K at 24 frames per second, 2K at 30 frames per second, 1080p at 60, 720 at 120 frames, and then you go down from there. The fact that this is it films 10K or 4K in 24 frames per second, this is not a true 4K camera in that the sensor is actually doing the 4K for you. This is actually taking the 2K footage and doing in-camera interpolation and upscaling it to the 4K. So if you're looking for a true 4K camera, this is not it. But for what I'm looking for, it was perfect. Most of my video I do in 1080p. On the off chance I want to do 4K, it can do 4K. Obviously, it's not going to be the best 4K. But for what I'm looking for, it's perfect. The regular price on Amazon is either $79.99 or $69.99. I'm not sure, I can't remember. But I got this through a lightning deal and ended up getting it for $20 off, which at the time I think was $59.99. It comes with a ton of accessories, so let's go ahead and open up the box. I believe that this is what they're referring to as the 2018 version. I know there was a prior version of the A8. There we go. Stymied by a piece of tape. Okay. Alright. So they send everything in a nice case. A nice little hello card. Just a thank you note for picking them as the camera. And then here's the case. Like I said, it comes with a pretty nice case. I'm surprised that they send the case as part of the purchase instead of making you buy it, as an afterthought. So let's go ahead and open this up. And you can see it comes with a ton of stuff. The camera comes in a watertight housing. This is supposed to be good for, I believe, either 40 feet or 40 meters, I can't remember. But it comes with your typical GoPro style, squeezable thing. It comes with all kinds of other accessories, other mounts. Let's see here. I guess this is a tripod mount there. I don't know what the hell that is. Some kind of, looks almost like a lapel pin. Who knows? Handlebar mount. Let's see. Comes with a just a case to put it in if you don't want to use the you know, the waterproof case. It does come with another case for just sitting it in a tripod or whatever the case may be. It comes with another back plate for the waterproof case in case you break it. Okay. Comes with 2 separate batteries, which I find nice. GoPro, you get 1 battery and then you get to pay, you know, an arm and a leg for another battery. A couple of different types of straps, some tie wraps, like a helmet mount, you know, 3M pads mounts there, and then a USB charging cord, and then the instruction manual as well as a cleaning cloth. And what do we got here? Some kind of wire cable. I'm assuming this is if you're, I guess if you have it attached to something and you want to have a little more security that it won't, you know, if it falls off, if the mount, you know, comes undone or whatever, you can hard attach this using this little cable. I guess that's what that is. First time I've ever seen something like that with a camera. So there you go. There's the unboxing. It does come with a ton of stuff. Most of this stuff, if you know, if you've ever had a GoPro or whatever, you might get a couple of these, you know, maybe a couple of these, you know, little mounts here. You know, GoPros, the cameras themselves are already waterproof, so that doesn't really matter. You don't need the housing. But the fact that they give you all this stuff, and like I said, I got all this for $59. So I'm looking forward to trying it out. Okay, here's the camera outside of the waterproof case. You can see it's pretty generic. It's very plasticky feeling, very light. I'm amazed at how light this thing is. One of the first things I noticed is I played hell getting the battery door off. It's not like a GoPro or even some of the other cheaper ones. This is not a hinged panel. It's not spring loaded. It was literally, I had to pull that back and actually use a pair of tweezers to pry the door open. So that's one of the first downfalls for the camera. It's also, like I mentioned, or actually maybe I didn't mention, it's not a touch screen, so you've got up and down arrows on the side here that you have to use to control the menus. You have the single OK button on the top for the recording. You got the power button on the front. This also takes you into the menu system to change settings. And then on this side you have the USB connector for charging the battery. Not really sure. That's the micro SD slot there. Can't remember what the other. I'm not sure if this is an HDMI output. I'm not sure what this is. I'll have to look that back up again. Sorry about that. But you know, here's the screen. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back on for a second so you can see the screen. So you can see there's the screen. I'm sure it's not going to come through very well on the camera, but you know, you got all your settings displayed on the screen. You know, how much time is, I guess, left on the SD card. I'm assuming that's what that is, or maybe it's actually how long the camera's been used, because it's counting up right now even though it's not recording. Oh, you can see I just turned the Wi-Fi on. Don't want that. Okay. I'm not sure what the hell I just did. But anyway, you can see here's the screen. Like I said, the buttons to control the menus. The OK button for recording. There's your ports. That door is a pain in the ass to open. So I'm going to go ahead and take some video with this and give you a sample of what the video looks like. So stay tuned. Okay, everyone. This is camera, or the footage directly from the Apeman A80. It's also the sound coming from the camera itself. I'm going to walk around the garage a little bit. I'm holding the camera in my hand, no selfie stick, no tripod, nothing like that. I actually currently have the gyro turned on as well as image stabilization. You know, for one of the good things about this camera is even at the low price point that it's at, you can still get image stabilization. So let's see, I'm going to go take a walk outside just so you can see the transition from a darker area to a lighter area, just to see how fast it transitions for exposure and white balance. So here we are outside. Not sure how bad the wind noise will be. It's actually not that windy right this second, but it's been pretty windy all day. It's currently extremely overcast right now, so that's why the color isn't that great. But it should be a good test of how the camera adjusts to different lighting conditions. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back inside the garage, again transitioning from a lighter space to a darker space to see how well the camera adjusts. So that's just a little bit of the footage, or a little footage example of the camera. So hopefully I'll be able to start taking more videos from cameras on the outside of the car. I'm a little leery about hooking anything up to the car because it would be my luck that either the mount would break or something would happen, and the camera's either going to destroy my car or fly off and destroy the car behind me or something like that, because that's just how my luck works. But anyway, that's a whole different subject and a whole different video. So here's a sample of the video, and thanks for watching.